Okay, so I'm gonna keep it short because there's just not much to really compliment. It hasn't been good, and I realize people, it's a mind fuck for them because, except for those last 2 days, I haven't showered or washed my clothes like I was able to at the COP program. But I still have a cleanliness to me that most of these homeless don't have. And it's quite a mind fuck for people. And what I've realized is that once they label me homeless, then they label me a problem. And it's like they sit there looking and searching. So either I got predators trying to see if I'm vulnerable and if they can do whatever. And then it's like, being black. When I'm walking around this store, of course I'm not black, right? But I'm African American descent, and that's obvious to a lot of people. And people are racist towards, to them I am black, to them I am the nigga, you know what I mean? And following me around, like, I've gone through that. I've gone through the racism on both sides of the fence. But it brings me back to being followed around in stores, These people following me around the city or the space, whether it seems to be even this library. It's like once they find out, hey, they really assess it and like, okay, yeah, because it's been so many days. Yeah, she's homeless. It's like, now we got a problem. And you in the restroom's too long, and it's like I'm just constipated with all this energy. And so, yeah, I got to take time. Well, everybody should. A lot of people should take more time in the restroom with their big old bellies because they need to empty that stuff out. And I'm just a person just trying to do that. I'm not in there making a mess, Just like I said in the video I posted just a little bit ago, I'm not leaving a mess. There's other people that look homeless, including the people working, and those other homeless people, they leaving the mess. The patrons are leaving the mess, and they got a problem because, well, they just trying to transfer their energy over. Really, that's what it is. Have me deal with their toxic energy, just like my ex. I mean, if you guys check in the videos, she specifically says, and it's right in the beginning of one, so it could be hard to miss, but not to point out. And the reason why she's like chasing me and harassing me around the house is because she's like, she has this thing that she'll say, oh no, I got some energy and you're gonna help me with this energy, and it's like, nah, exorcism off duty, I don't have to just be here at every whim that she want to dump or whatnot. And I know that people look at me and they're like, wow, it's such a mindfuck that I am homeless because everything else don't line up. My energy, who I am, what I represent. Because normally people are like, well, you gotta be the problem. No, the problem is I have a heartless person that was in my life that doesn't have compassion, knows what it is out here, and what does she go and do? A lot of the cops think that she's just gonna beat on me and I'm not gonna restrain her. Like, come on, like, it's not like I beat her. I restrained her, and then it's like she took her actions and put them on paper as it was me doing it. So that's why I'm homeless here, because I trusted her and that I would have a place as long as I was getting my music and everything together. We was cool, but because she wasn't getting the private concerts and she wasn't getting me and my body, and then she wasn't getting me and my affection, and she could just treat me any kind of way. She really thought because I had restrained her so long that she was just gonna beat me up. Like, you should see how shocked she was when I'm trying to get out the door, right? There's the backsliding door or there's the front door. And so I lay her down, but kind of like sweep her leg, sweep her leg back. I don't know, I can't even show you guys all that. To try to guide her down as gently as possible to get away. But even then, she wouldn't let me go. She's holding on to me, got the keys in her hands, poking through her fingers like this, looking like, whoa, is that a mistake? Or is she trying to, like, really gouge me or something, And it's just her devil coming out, unleashing it. And she made a mistake, and she needs to make amends. And it's not like, I don't even want to go back over there, But I'm in the circumstances because she lost her cool. She wanted power and control. And it's just like, even the low of the low out here are wanting power and control to kick me off of a picnic table, you know? Like, come on, dude. Like, it's like nobody around this picnic table. It's not part of like the business, like the main area. It's just like, if you ain't giving people some of your energy, man, they gonna try to inconvenience you. And it's just way worse than I thought it was, because I got the guy who's sweeping and picking up trash that looks like trash kicking me off and flexing his power on the picnic table, because I let him know, hey, I'm not comfortable giving all this information to you. I don't know you like that, but I should trust him because he's from the island. And then he goes and kicks me off the picnic table. That's some real aloha. Okay, exactly why I didn't want to give my information. So it ain't really no better. Don't know where I'm gonna sleep tonight either, because, well, I should drop this on you guys. I've reached out to all the shelters. I haven't got a call back. There's one I could walk over, but they're like, don't go. And the thing was, with the friend or acquaintance, thought it was a friend that took me in after I got out of jail, and then was like, hey, you know, my door is always open. Well, one night she comes back and she's just like, so when are you leaving? And I'm like, and she just got done asking me like, oh, how you doing? And I'm like, yeah, it's been rough. There's this and that. And then it's like, so when are you leaving? And I'm like, damn, is there a better way to like come at me with that? And I'm like, okay, so I gotta really be figuring something out here. But it's hard to, you know, where am I gonna go? Especially Hilo, I have to handle this business, and that was in with the court and the pre-trial probation. And shit, I don't have transportation, so it's like it only makes sense to be in Hilo and not taking a bus and sleeping in Pahoa. And so anyways, then we come to a night and she's like, asked me to watch all 4 kids. Now one's an 8-month-old. I've done this. This ain't nothing new to me. I got sisters help plenty with their kids. Plenty. Okay? Damn near help raise them at time periods as another parent. So, yeah, even though my state is weakened, I'm exhausted still. I'm still in deep sleep deprivation. But let me help her go out, have some fun, right? Even though her baby dads be helping her all through the week. She only have them on the weekend, right? Okay, I appreciate I got a place to stay. I'll watch these damn kids. But she still don't come home till like after 1:30. And it's like, man, that's much when, you know, I'm not doing well and you have an 8-month-old. Like, come on, she straight took advantage. Then I get up the next day and she's like, oh yeah, and speaking of, because she's talking about her classes that she teaches, like twerk class and whatnot. I was going to ask you if you could again, and I was like, whoa, I'm just rubbing my eyes, and she's already trying to sign me up to watch these kids again, and it's her weekend. Like, she ain't had them all week, you know what I mean? And I am still recovering. Like, where's the compassion for me? This is why I say, oh, I be helping and fighting for the mothers, but what are they doing for me? Oh, because they provided a shelter that was supplied to them by the community, you know, one way or another. And so I'm like, whoa, yeah, I don't even have the capacity. I just don't even have it. Like, I didn't have it before I got here, and I was happy to help you out last night, but no, and she seemed quite irritated by that. So she calls over the baby, one of the baby's fathers. He come over, me and him have a very highly spiritual conversation. I'm like, oh, so this is who I'm here for. And it usually is that way, here for the guy. So got to know him better in their circumstances and whatnot. Then comes the next day, and me, her new friend, that's like a bestie, they become besties, and the father of 2 of her kids. Me and the bestie are kind of mediating their circumstances and just what Spirit was leading me to for her to get her stuff on track, and that she wouldn't be ready for it. And so I was like, well, let me inform you guys of how, because it's how you guys can help. I don't see as I'm going to be here very long. So they're like, yeah, we can have a talk, you know, whatnot, but they want to do it with alcohol. Okay, whatever. I had like a shot and a half. I don't need much because I've been fasting or whatnot, and well, we talking about some real shit, but whatever, they all want to go, you know. And I'm like, oh, okay, I see where this is going. And so then as the night went on, what happens? They went in a side conversation. And then that side conversation came back out where me and the bestie was. And we just trying to mediate, trying to be cool. And she's all in a blanket, naked, and he's telling her she should put something on, but she keep inching closer to me to where she's like touching my arm, and I can feel energy. So I'm like, whoa, wait, what's going on? Because this feels like someone's trying to come on to me, and it's what she's saying too in the middle of it. She kept saying, no, since he cheated on her, she was letting him know she was going to go catch a lick. No, I'm going to go catch a lick. And I'm like, wait, because that don't sound right. But I guess she's saying like she's going to go cheat, right? But I'm still not liking how she's gravitating towards me because I'm just not feeling her like that. And she just keeps saying, nah, I'm going to catch a lick. And she will look at me and then look at him. And I'm like, and she's had a lot to drink at this point. But like he said, oh, that's just the truth talking, you know, when you have that cup of courage. He had his own words, but that's what he was saying. So he's like, yeah, I'm out then. Like, I'm like, wait, what is, like, I'm really confused. Where is all this going? And then she makes a comment to her bestie that was really not cool. He tells her to go get your bestie, man. That wasn't cool. Basically saying, like, she can find a new best friend, and her feelings, understandably. But, anyways, it was just drama. So I'm the only one left at the apartment now. And she just kept going in, dumping all her issues, you know, with him, which we just sat for hours. And I'm like, I don't have the capacity. My head hurts. I'm tired. And I'm now laying on the daybed. And she's all like, you know, getting in, you know, when you kind of like in fetal position and someone sits right here, it's a bit of an intimate spot. And the closeness of it, and you know, I'm trying to have mercy because she's been drinking, but I'm like, no, but like, this is feeling weird. Like, she's hoping that I will come on to her or something, right? And it went on for so long, and I was just like, girl, I can't do it. My head hurts. And I'm not saying I can't like get down with it. That's a no already. It was saying I can't do this dumping on this circumstances with her, the father of her children, and rehashing, and I didn't understand really where it was going, because I think I didn't understand where it was going because she was trying to catch a lick, but I didn't get the lick, right? Took me a minute. I was slow with it because I was still not there. So we wake up the next morning, and I was like, hey, well, because I mean her office is trashed, and I was like, well, I could fix this up, make it look nice. She's got somewhere to work, and there. Maybe she'll let me just put my stuff here temporarily so I could just get on my way, you know, busk, do whatever, have clothes. And she just cut me straight. Nope. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I figured. And then we get it going, like, I don't know, a couple months later. She's like, so when did you say you're leaving? Because, when we talked yesterday, I was ready for that. And I'm like, so now because she's embarrassed, she's gonna sit here and ready for me to leave. And I get it, you know, but sometimes we just have to like take up for what we did, apologize, and then let someone forgive, you know. And instead of that, people want to trespass and then rush you on your way. And so that's why I also, you know, you guys might be sitting there like, well, what happened to that friend? Well, that's what happened to that friend. But Spirit told me after the first night, like, don't ask to go back, but I couldn't really understand why. And it's like, that was why. So the same thing, there's this Hope Services across the way. I still did call, but I'm like, well, why don't I just walk over there? Like, it's got to be better than sleeping outside. And they're like, no, you know, and not from my energy, first of all, but whatever could transpire, you know. So that's why I listen to Spirit, because if I had listened to Spirit, right, even though she was like, hey, come back, my door is always open for you. And then to hit me up with so when are you leaving? And then the anger, I mean, she was really not being cool. She was being really hot tempered rude with me. And it's just like, wow, people really just be tripping on people. So I follow Spirit, and that's what I did today. So the good part of that was there's divine timing and alignment. And so because of the divine timing and alignment, me literally leaving the library when they said to leave the library, me literally walk the corners that they say walk is how I happened to better my circumstance. And so when I'm like $8 on my EBT, and I don't have more till the 3rd, and they take me around the corner, and there's a Catholic Charities, but you have to have an appointment and walk in. And I just so happened, in the divine time and alignment, I see a lady come out the door, but she's like off and on into another locked door in the building. So I'm like, okay, is that who I'm supposed to connect with? And like, yeah, like, but she just walked in, and they're like, keep walking straight. So I keep walking straight, and I'm like, but am I going down here for any reason? Like, they're like, no, but just listen, keep walking straight, right? So I keep walking straight, and then they give me a U-turn, and they're like, all right, now go back. And so I go back, and then I look at the door, and they have this like financial assistance for housing, but you got to have income coming in, like a job, a job, right? But I took the number anyway, and as I took the number, someone from the street yells, hey, did you get the address you're looking for? And then so she's on her way back at that time, and she stops, and so now she's engaged with me. That's how Spirit aligns us. So they work through him to be considered, to be like, hey, did you find what you're looking for, to where it stops both of us. Now she's wondering, what do I need? How can she help me? And because of that, they couldn't help me with finances or places to stay. They said, like, that's all like booked. Like, it's like all the shelters and stuff, it's hard to get into. Anyway, I got a $30 Foodland card though out of it, and you can use that for any necessities that you may need or food. And so that was a blessing, because I listened to the divine time and in alignment. And so no, it doesn't make sense to sleep outside, but it's the best option apparently, because Spirit wouldn't have me just sleeping outside. So I sleep where they tell me I sleep, and I stay the heck awake as much as I possibly can. And I listen to them when they say to get caffeine. They didn't say to get caffeine, but I don't know, because I'm fucking tired. And I'll leave it there.